Winter's upon us, and the pigs are the only ones in the household not looking forward to Christmas. We are about to install a new solar hot water system and get ready for our big New Year's bash. It's 3 weeks before the festivities start, and James, Charlotte and their mates are already on their holidays, so I've got them working hard.
We're removing the stones from pig pen, but I'm not quite sure why. Mediumly scared of pigs.
They're alright, actually. I mean, they're not as vicious as I thought they might be. I mean, pigs, very scary.
Look at them, they just look so tasty. You gotta face facts, that's where meat comes from.
We've had the pigs now such that they're fully grown, and we've always said on New Year's Eve we're going to have one of them, so we have to kill both of them at the same time. On the 28th, we're getting a slaughterman to come to the house, and they will be killed and prepared here on the property. It's part of the decision-making we've made. Our pork comes from our pigs, and it will be slaughtered here.
I understand that they must be slaughtered here because having made the decision to keep pigs and to have them for meat, I think it would be wrong to then transport them and have them to go through the trauma that the transportation would involve. So I do understand why they're going to be slaughtered here, but I don't. I think on top of that, the fact that they're also being butchered here as well sticks in my throat.
I'm not sure really how I feel about the pigs. I quite like them because they're quite funny, and I was went for the wire. I'm not at all worried about the fact that the pigs are going to be killed because I love pork, and eating our pigs is probably going to be one of the most rewarding meals I've ever had.
I'm actually thinking that I don't really want to bond with the pigs because they're going to go and die, so that's not so fun.
I think the big thing from my perspective is, if we don't go through the whole cycle, we're playing instead of living it.
Oh no, I agree with all of that. I agree, in principle I agree with all of this. I'm just not comfortable. I can't be talked into being comfortable about it, and I may live to regret it.
But before anything happens to the pigs, it's time to add the final touches to our water system.
Did we check that it would fit through the doorway?
It'll fit. We're about to install solar hot water panels.
What this is going to do, we have got wood burners with back boilers that are going to be great during the winter. During the spring and the summer, we don't like them all the time. Spring, summer and a bit of the autumn. So for that 6 months, when Cornwall is at its warmest, nicest, we don't want to be using electricity to heat hot water, so we'll be doing this.
The solar tubes are positioned on a south-facing rooftop where they capture the heat from the sun. Hot water is then pumped to the tank where the heat is transferred to our spring water, which supplies the house.
This is the cheapest way to get a return from the sun, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can make these yourself. We could have tried to do something using copper, or we made our prototype with a radiator, but for the price, this is just so efficient. For a single rack of those, which is probably enough for a small or an average house, £500? That's not bad at all. I would expect from about May onwards never to pay anything for hot water, which has got to be good.
Yeah, we do.
We're already using the sun's energy in our greenhouse. It has its very own heatsink, which works like a night storage heater, making it warm enough to grow salad even in the depths of winter. Much to the delight of Anda, our resident organic gardener.
Well, the greenhouse seems to be benefiting from the heat sink brilliantly. It's keeping the temperature quite high at night. We've got a minimum and maximum. So the maximum we've gone up to is 75 degrees Fahrenheit in here, and the lowest is 40, which is just absolutely brilliant. The heat sink's working brilliantly, and everything's growing on fabulously. It's keeping all the tender vegetables alive, and all the stuff that we're overwintering in here is looking great for it. We've planted exactly the same as we planted in here outside. The only things that have survived outside are all the brassicas, which are hardy.
But the heatsink isn't the only triumph.
We haven't had a lot of rain for a while, actually, so at the minute we're probably doing about 125 watts, which is twice, nearly 3 times what we thought it was going to do to begin with. So it's not bad at all. Though we have been up to nearly 400 watts when it comes stonking down, which is great. We don't need that much energy because we're a low-energy light bulb. With a bit of discipline, we're not turning the lights on all the time anyway. So we have got spare, and the boys are now going to use it up.
You better hold this steady, Ant.
Don't worry, Jim.
Is that stable?
Right. Stable.
What are we doing here?
At the minute, James is putting fairy lights on the tree because Bridget quite likes fairy lights and quite likes dead trees. So this is going to be a combination of things that Bridget likes, which is going to be powered from the excess electricity created by our water wheel, which is already powering the electricity in the house. So it's all aesthetically and environmentally pleasing, which is good.
This is quite high.
Yeah. Do you want me to do it?
I don't know. No, I just wanted to make sure I definitely am not going to fall.
Definitely not going to fall, James.
Hello. They've done a brilliant job, the pigs. Not only are they eating our kitchen scraps, our scraps that might otherwise have gone on the compost heap, they're turning over the land for us, they're fertilising the land. I mean, this, when we first came, was higher than me in docks and nettles, and they've managed to clear everything, even up to the wall. They've been fabulous. Nature's own tractors and rotivators.
When the pigs have gone, we'll use this land to grow next year's vegetables. And we'll get delicious pork into the barn.
Is it definitely going to work?
I've got no idea. Are you ready? Here we go. Actually, do you know what the beauty of that is? That's Christmas decorations for free. How cheap am I? Right, Paul! Keep it coming! This is the hot water in specially armoured hot pipes coming from our solar thermal evacuated tubes, and it's going through a little hole in our wall to go and be fed into our new solar tank. Our solar tank is actually very clever. It's tall and thin, which means the water doesn't mix up, which means we can store hot water for longer. Double insulated, twice as much insulation. Yeah, absolutely. We've got an immersion heater, last resort, the immersion heater. We've got a coil at the bottom where our solar panels are producing the hot water. We've got a coil in the middle, which are back boilers for our wood burners are producing hot water. In the summer, we heat up with the solar panel. In the winter, we heat up with the wood burners. Last resort, we turn on the electricity. We don't want to use that. And it all goes upstairs into the pipe fest. We've got pipes all over the place up there. But it makes sense to us because this is also being fed by spring water. So we've got a spring water system at the other end. We've got header tanks for our hot water system. We've got a header tank for the immersion. It's brilliant, isn't it? We've got pipes everywhere.
I mean, what we've done is no more complicated than a standard hot water system. So, you know, the average person might have trouble installing it, but there are plenty of people out there, and just a general plumber could easily do this.
I'm making the garden look tidy. Hello. No, don't worry, Sheila, what?
Hello, Sheila.
No, what? What have you got in your hand?
Oh, hello.
Even the neighbours are going green.
She's very much involved with us. Not only does she now keeping her food for our pigs, she keeps all her lawn clippings for us as well to go on her compost. Always likes to stop and have a chat. That's why the compost heap only goes to where it does, so we've still got a bit of a gap, so we've got a fence to talk over.
I just want to see if the pigs eat the potato peeling.
Oh, we like them.
It's so sad to see those pigs. I don't know. I mean, I know they're going to be killed, but it seems sad because they look lovely and they've got such long tails and they wag like the billy-o, don't they? And I think, you poor things, you're going to end up on somebody's table. So I feel quite sorry for them. Have you got names for them?
No. Specifically for that reason.
Yes, because you get too attached to them.
Yeah.
Yes. If they were mine, I wouldn't eat pork. I wouldn't. I just couldn't. Because I'd have to give them a name, and I just couldn't think. Well, I'm going to kill Bill or I'm going to kill Ben. I think it's sad. But anyway, I think I'll go vegetarian.
I'm not talking. I wouldn't have chosen to have had our own pigs and slaughtered them. But yeah, everybody else seems to be okay with it. Charlotte's not okay with it either. Richard and James are quite happy.
Hello, how are you?
How you doing? I'm going to go look at some baby pigs. What's it called, baby pig?
Piglets, James.
Piglets. Oh, God, yeah.
But life must go on. So Bridget and James have gone back to see local pig breeder David Bailey to choose our next generation of weaners.
These are the replacements, and they haven't got names. They're not going to have names.
Yeah, that's the same.
That's skinnier than ours. That's amazing.
See, that's...
I actually don't think I'm going to be able to eat pork for some time. But that's irrational. And I know it's irrational. I've just never seen anything like it. Look, this little one that's the runt.
Oh, whoa.
Oh.
The 8 biggest ones.
It's got massive ears as well.
So how come this one is so small compared to the other one?
Well, it's only purely because she's only got 12 teats ready at work, and that one is just getting bossed out of it. So.
It's tiny.
But then he had good heart to stay in. So.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything.
Quite that small.
No. You know, he's done well to get this far, so it's up to you. If you can have it.
Oh, who could resist it?
And the others don't bully him then?
Well, he's been bullied all his life, hasn't he?
Oh. The only reason that I'm having anything to do with this lot is because this one deserves a fighting chance. Oh.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
It's winter, but the solar thermal system is actually heating up my water now. In the summer, between April and October, I'll never have to turn my hot water heating on. That means this hot water is free. Only the first bit's free in the winter, but all through the summer we get free hot water. Can't afford to waste it, and I'm gonna go naked.
So what are you doing, Mum?
What do you think I'm doing?
I think you're making mince pies.
Our mum makes the best mince pies in the world.
I can't remember what they taste like.
James,
I might turn it into a fully blown one.
I think they're Christmas puddings. For Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, there's just the four of us this year. So, you know, that's, compared to the sort of year we've had, that's going to be unbelievably quiet. Oh, you always make mince pies, don't you, when we're putting up the Christmas tree?
We should put the Christmas tree up today.
We are doing, that's why I'm making mince pies to work.
We normally put this in a bucket, but instead this time we're putting it on stilts. This is your fault, Bridget.
I'm being blamed, I always get the blame.
Hold on, we didn't even think about it. We're sitting here with a Christmas tree with its butt out the window, drilling holes in it, and we don't think there's anything unusual. Right, so when we magically set this upright, it's going to look like a Christmas tree. What did you just say? Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, yeah. It's perfect!
You okay, Richard?
Yeah, what?
You okay?
Oh,
This time last year, we were in a house that was, I guess, normal. All the electrics had been done and it was plumbed and clean and tidy and draft-proof and waterproof. I think actually all we're still missing really is stuff like carpets and...
Peace and quiet.
Peace and quiet, yeah. Haven't had much of that, have we?
Such an old man.
It's the 28th of December.
No, don't rush them, Richard. Let them have fun.
Mike the Slaughterman is on his way. One of these beauties will become the centrepiece for our big New Year's party.
What's going to happen is Mike's going to come, we're going to segregate them, so separate one of the pigs and give it some food. When it's got the food, Mike will dispatch it. It'll either be a rifle shot or it'll be a bolt through the head, very quick. It'll twitch after that, even though it is dead. It is dead at that point. We'll immediately hoist it up on the back of his tractor, so it's vertical, then we'll bleed it. And that's to sort of drain the blood from it.
Yeah, they love carrots, I think.
So is it quite sad bringing them down?
You know, it's quite sad bringing them down here yesterday because they were really well behaved and they're quite nice. And they're quite hairy, which makes them a little bit more petty than piggy, I think. Don't they?
See, I think you're going to enjoy it. I think that's...
I'm not actually. I can say categorically that's not what I'm into. I want to do it as efficiently as possible.
So I understand why some people do this, but I never thought I would be.
You're not going to.
You're going to go and sit inside, drink tea. The
No,
thing is,
I'm
you
not
can't come out.
I'm not coming out. I'm not, I don't want to see it. Oh, no. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see it. I don't want to be anywhere near.
But you know
I'm
it's
uncomfortable
going
that it's
on,
happening on our ground and with pigs that we have reared and that I've helped feed.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. I am just uncomfortable. I'm part of it.
I'm going to go and read up about black pudding, actually.
But are you now going to be more uncomfortable every time you ever buy meat from a butcher's or from a supermarket?
That's a good question, actually.
Because if I was you, I would never be able to buy meat again if you can't even handle this when it's the best that we can possibly give these animals.
This is what I think will probably... I won't know until after they've been killed.
Yeah.
I won't know, but I think it is possible that it will flip me over to becoming properly vegetarian.
It's Mike. Yeah, Mike the farmer. And he's going to come and show my dad how to do all this slaughtering and butchering and stuff. In a very humane way, I hope.
OK.
Are we allowed to give him a carrot just before we start?
Shoot him with a rifle, then he's instantly dead. Then I shall hang him up, cut his throat, and wait till bleeds completely right out. If you don't bleed them, the meat will basically rot. So you, while the heart's still pumping, you'll pump all the blood out of his body, and you end up with an animal free of blood.
Okay, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
Up. We're in the middle of something that's just necessary, all right? So it's got to be done. It's worthwhile saying that there's actually not a single noise came from the pig after that. We got some twitches that are going on at the end. It doesn't look very nice when you're going through it. But the bottom line is, it was dispatched the minute there was the pop of the rifle.
Being up in the tractor, I had a bit of a sort of front row seat for the whole shaking about and blood stuff, which was not too nice. But again, it was already dead. So at the end of the day, the fact that it was moving shouldn't really make anyone uncomfortable because it's dead. I don't really like this bit though, the shaving.
I hadn't asked what was going to be happening or how it was going to be done because I didn't want to know. And very unfortunately, whilst they were being slaughtered, I obviously stayed in the house. And I wasn't prepared that when I looked out of the window, I saw something I didn't want to see. And it's just not nice that I last saw the pigs running around in the paddock.
I think that being involved in something that sort of graphic and that real is quite a important learning experience. If I'm going to eat meat, I have to know where it comes from. It's massive. Actually being involved in the killing of an animal makes you respect the food that you're going to eat and consume because the animal's given up its life because you've decided you want to eat it.
Before we can butcher them, the pigs have to hang for a couple of days to firm up the flesh. In the meantime, I've got plenty of other things to do.
It's 2 days to New Year. The crowds are gathering. In fact, the house is starting to fill up, which is lovely. We've got the pigs sorted. That's the big one. I don't care about anything else. That's done. We've got the beer organised, so that's another big one. Yeah, we are actually frightfully well organised. 2 days. 2 days is a hell of a long time to organise a party. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I think we had 12 people staying last night, and tonight I think we've got about 22, and tomorrow night, more. So, yeah, but I prefer it. It's nice.
No, it's not that surprising that a day and a half before the biggest party Cornwall's ever done that things are a bit hectic. I'd expect nothing less, really. Really expect nothing less.
Do you reckon they'll pull it off?
Oh yeah, it's going to be good. I'm confident it's going to be great.
Because New Year's looming rather quickly, we've had the wonderful job of building the spit roast for it. And we've never done one of these before either. So we're making it up as we go along yet again.
You know, I've been waiting all of my adult life to do this. Hey, in, Sam!
Lovely sized pigs, I thought.
That's the little one, that's the spit roasting one.
Chris has been a butcher in the village for 20 years.
Should eat lovely, that.
Yeah?
I'm going to take the head off first. Yeah. Just want to whip the head off.
Children, don't try this at home with a pet cat.
That's lovely colour.
Yeah.
That's the colour it should be.
Is it too fatty or not?
Oh, no. It's not fat enough.
Right.
Oh, no.
Are you happy with that, Lindy?
Oh, look at that! It's awesome.
That is a beautiful ham.
It's good colour. That's Chris.
Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful.
Okay.
And this is your collars. I've got nothing to waste in your skin for your pork scratchings.
This is pork scratchings.
Yeah.
And each one of these roasts is enough for the people we have here, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got your shoulder there, which some people call a hand. When you've got the hock on it as well, it's a hand of pork.
But see, there's a lot of meat in that. And we're deliberately not rolling them. We're leaving them on the bone because it's tastier when it's cooked.
It is, yeah.
Well, this is it. It's just an oversized barbecue, really. This big metal pole here, we've got to shove through the pig's mouth, all the way through it, out of its bottom. Strap it on very tightly, light a huge fire down there with all of Bridget's freshly bought logs, which I'm sure she'll be really pleased about because this has got to burn for about 8 hours. And that's it. Slowly keep turning the pig, and then tonight we should have enough pork for 150 people.
I actually don't want to see the pig being roasted at the moment. That's the way I feel at the moment. It's not like an anonymous pig. It's not like a pig that I don't know. And you know, for whatever the reason, and I don't think you can't work out what the reason is, but that does make a difference. It makes a difference to me, and I think it would make a difference to an awful lot of people. People are okay eating pork without seeing the pig, and I guess a lot of people would be okay eating pig from a spit roast if they hadn't seen the pig before. But I find it a bit unpleasant, and it's just not nice that I last saw the pigs running around in the paddock.
Push forward, lift significantly. Don't mind. That's heavy.
How's that disintegrate?
Yeah, good. We got the big lads doing it in the end, Jim. It wasn't even a matter of time. Third one. Well done, Andy, give me your hand.
No, it needs to come this way. About 3 inches.
Okay.
More. Yeah, that's not. Can't see. Hang on.
Just to confirm, by the way, Zana, if you'd like to watch the pig, watch.
You can see, perfectly smooth.
Look at that.
Yeah, we need applesauce to go with the pork. It's the one thing we're going to do apart from pork.
I saw you standing in the corner. On the edge of a burning light. I saw you standing in the corner.
Tonight's party is a big thank you to everybody who's helped out at Newhouse Farm.
That's so good. Oh, so what are you?
And the theme is the letter P.
I'm a pixie. Isn't it obvious?
I'm Puck, all right? The fact I'm pucked is a different thing altogether. I like Puck.
Just give it a
That smells very, very good. Look at that. Listen, you listening? Hey, look, Darren. You listen to this. Are you ready? That is the sound of perfect crackling. What can I? Yeah, of course you can. Oh, chef's perch, mate. I'm not going to let that go. Lovely cooking, isn't it? Wow. Cracking off it. We've got to cut the crackling a little bit so everybody gets some of that. They're going to be like vultures around this, you know. It's like pretty bloody marvellous. It's great.
I was very reluctant to eat it, but I did have a little piece of it and it was very nice. But as I say, if I lived here, I wouldn't have eaten it. If I, went to feed them every day, I wouldn't eat them.
This man has tried to put £5 in my hand quietly. David Bailey bet the day we bought our wieners that we would not eat them. This David Bailey has now paid £5. Thank you.
It's just turned midnight, so it's the New Year's. Oh God, it's 2006. Okay, so it's 2006, and I didn't eat any of the spit roast. There was a weird moment when somebody was walking around the kitchen during the party with a giant, great big plate of crackling, and my first instinct was, whoa, crackling, and it looked really, really nice, but I didn't taste it, but everybody else enjoyed it.
Well, the end of 2005, it's been awesome. We've come an awful long way. We got our first set of pigs from David Bailey. They were great. One's in the freezer being cured for bacon. The other one we had tonight. We've got more pigs coming straight away, so we're getting into our cycle. We've still got things growing in the garden. We've got more to plant out when the days get a little bit warmer. We are now living it. It's great.
Next week sees the start of a new year. We build a compost loo.
I'm just trying to make it look pretty up here.
Look at that! A really big wind turbine.
Was it good for you?
Wow!
And planet-loving guru Donica McCarthy returns to see just how green we've become.
Ow!
Oh no! Is it that hot?
Tell me you caught that. Tell me you caught that. Sorry.